Hey everyone, it's Chris from Smithy Finance, and this is your midday market report for March 20th. So we had the Fed meeting yesterday, or at least the Fed decision, and they left interest rates unchanged. The outlook was somewhat benign. They're still expecting 2 cuts this year, and the market seemed to like that, and we had a nice rally, right? So a lot of these stocks that were bottoming out or bottomed out a week ago Monday when things were really ugly have had these big moves, 20, 25, 30%. I've been selling into it a little bit. The Ivanhoe, IVN, got down to 12 and a half, and now it's 15 and a half. We talked about Aya, which got into the low tens, is now, I sold some at 13 and a half. Sterling STRL on New York, that's had a nice rally off its bottom. So we're seeing this, and I'm taking profits kind of all over the place again, taking advantage of the lift. We're probably going to come back down a little bit, and I want to take some money off. Now, having said that, we've now got copper at 510, which is a big number. So Ivanhoe is a huge copper producer. That thing is going to go higher. I know I just said I sold a little bit, but really I've sold a little bit because I got overweight as it was coming down and I was buying it. I have to do the other side of the trade, but I am bullish on it. But every 40, 50 cents higher, I'm selling a little bit, but it gets back to 20 bucks. I'm still going to own, a lot of shares, but yeah, nothing is straight line. We're going to have some chop. Who knows? There could be a headline tomorrow and everything goes back down, 3% or something on the indexes, which takes the individual stocks, many of them down, maybe 10%. So as a trader, you've got to be disciplined and buy the crappy day, the painful day, and then sell the relief rallies, which we've had. Not a lot going on right now. The gold stocks, the gold and silver still looks really good. Bitcoin's had a nice rally off its bottom. I did sell a little strategy, the old micro strategy. Bought some at 250, sold some at 280, some at 300. I've got a small offer at 320, 340, and so on. But the same thing with that one, it gets to $1,000, and it might this year if we finally get a Bitcoin move, which I think we will. Maybe not a huge move, and maybe not $1,000 on strategy this year, but 1,000 next year. But I will still. The point is, I'll still have a lot, but I gotta play those bounces and where I've over invested. Now, I want to talk to you about a couple of things, a couple of trading ideas. Let me just mention Reddit before I do that. So Reddit had a crap day yesterday when the market was rallying and all those oversold stocks were moving. Reddit stayed at about 110, which is very close to its low. So look, that's a red flag. Okay, if you can't rally when the market's cooking, you're probably going to get hit pretty hard when the market is lagging or is doing poorly. So that is definitely a caution for me. So I have reduced my bid. I haven't sold any, but I was going to buy some at 105. I brought that down, and I may even cancel that for now and see what happens with the stock. It is just like when the market is torpedoing down and a stock only goes down 1% or something, that's a really bullish sign. But when the market is going up strong and a stock that should be reacting strongly with that and it doesn't, that is, that's a little scary. So I'm not adding here, not selling yet, but it's definitely changed my view a little bit. Let's see if it's just, there's a big seller out there and he doesn't care or she doesn't care, but that's something to watch for. So yeah, a couple of stocks. I want to talk to you about Saturn Oil and Gas, SOIL, SOIL in Toronto. They came out with their numbers the other day. Now look, all the oils have been crushed. I think I talked about SOIL once before, a few weeks ago. It's about $1.90, $1.95. They had really solid numbers. They cash flowed 74 cents in the fourth quarter. Their cash flow for the year last year was $2.10 for 2024. They came out of the year with a 41,000 barrels per day exit. They bought back 6.7 million shares, average price of $222. Like I said, it's now $190, $195. They do have $860 million in debt. That's a lot of debt, and the market does not like debt in the oil sector right now. But it is only 1.7 times their cash flow. They've got net asset value of $556. So the stock is cheap, it's hated, and it's a little bit of an orphan stock, as a friend of mine says. But that's the kind of stock you want to accumulate some over time. Now, do your own work. I'm just talking my book, what I own, and I think it's been a dog for years. I hate it, but just because I hate it doesn't mean that it's not going to go higher. And if you're getting in fresh right now, you can take advantage of the negative sentiment around this stock. I don't think it's going to run right away, but I think they're going to keep buying back stock, and eventually they either get bought out or we finally catch a bid and the stock goes to $3-4. I know the targets are 4, 5, and 6 on this stock, especially if we get a half decent oil price. So look, do your work. Soil on the Toronto Exchange, I think it's worth a shot, and not a lot of risk at this point. Drill baby drill is, what Trump is talking about, but at 70 US a barrel, I don't think there's going to be a ton of extra drilling because it's just not very profitable at $70. We need 80 or 90, and yeah, then they'll start drilling more. So you can ask them to drill, you can sort of put pressure on them, but there's still not going to be that much drilling because that price is too low for the incentive. Now, the other one I want to talk about is Lithium Bank, LBNK. I did talk about this a few weeks ago. It was 22 cents, and now it's 39. But they did financings at $2 and $175 and $150 and $120. They've raised a lot of money, much higher. The stock looks good. If you look at the chart of the stock, it looks like it's coming back. It had been all the way down, flattened out around that 22, 25 cents, broke through that, and it's been at this 35 to 39 cent range, and it looks like it's, or 35 to 38, and it looks like it's breaking out right now. There is a somewhat of a sizable offer at 39. I mean, really not like it's pennies. 43,000 shares I'm showing offered at 39, but that looks higher as well. Again, do your own work, but there's a good guy behind that, and I think that stock is going to have its day, and it's not being followed very much. Other thing I just want to mention quickly is averaging down. I think averaging down is a good thing to do, but make sure you know your stock. There's a lot of trading lore out there. Never average down, have your stop loss, and I've lived by that in the past. But my biggest winners have come from averaging down on good stocks that are just having a bit of a short-term out of favorness, shall we call it. So we'll talk more about that. I'll do a Sunday video on that. I know I keep talking about Sunday videos, and I've been busy and haven't done them. But anyway, that's all I've got for you now. Have a look at those stocks. The market is, there's always opportunity out there. But you gotta get in there when they're ugly, when they're out of favor, when they're not in the headlines, and that's where your best winners will be. Like and subscribe, guys, and comment below if you're still watching this, and I'll see you in the next one.